Good. Very good. Well, sounds like you guys are upgrading your old Swan equipment. Yeah, I always thought that we could put in a little bit more larger caps, larger values there in the 117XC power supply. You know, probably 150 microfarads there each side, and maybe boost the voltage another 10% or so. Especially when you're running the more efficient tubes, the 6LQ6s or others there. They can handle it. Okay, anybody else around for the early K6LGL? No, all I'm hearing is just the two of you. Back to you there, John.
Okay, Skip. Well, I don't know if you heard me, but tonight I'm recording, not streaming. I'm recording off. That's why I'm on the ICOM tonight. I've got the 7600 and the SDR Play hooked up with this thing, and I'm recording the screen so everybody can kind of listen back and look at their signals, at least on my receiving end here. That'd be kind of neat to do, I figure, and I'll upload that up on YouTube for everybody.
That's good. Okay, I'm having some problems here.
Okay, fix it. We'll just hang out here. Go ahead there, Bill.
Yeah, well, you were fading, Skip, so I don't know what was going on there, no propagation happening. But, yeah. Okay, well, I'm glad the 175 here is working. This is one of the oceanside varieties, and got a little bit of an intermittent in the audio. Kind of goes click, 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 and I think it's probably a resistor breaking down now that I've had it long enough to change all the capacitors and things like that. So who knows? We'll just have to shake it down a little more. Yeah, these radios, you know, after 60 years, you expect something is going to happen to them. I mean, 60 years is that's kind of a long period of time for a radio to be hanging out. So that's what I'm up to. I guess John's got that 350 working, so maybe we'll hear that down the road. And I'll tell you, I'm sure glad to have it out of my shed. That thing was, I just kept looking at it. You know, they made a big mistake on that radio, Skip. I don't know if you're aware of it, but they figured it out later on that little box that they put with the extended leads from the VFO was not the source of the instability of the VFO. So there you go. You can imagine that guy's head rolled a long, long ways who figured that, who came up with that idea, because they actually put it into production. You have to remove the box on the bottom of the lid before you remove the lid. Otherwise, the transistor rips out of its socket. Interesting design. Anyway, down there too, K6LGO, K6LK.
Okay, very good. Well, you know, there's slight variations from unit to unit, and you have to do a little bit individual massaging there. But you know, I'm always impressed with most of the Swan receivers, the tube type. For that single conversion process, they're pretty clean as far as, you know, out-of-band signals and all this other stuff, intermod, and so on. So, for a single conversion receiver, they do pretty well. Transmitters, well, they're pretty good for what they are, for the price. Okay, now we still got a few minutes before the official start of the net. Let's see, anybody else joining us? This is Skip in Santa Monica for the Swan Net taking the oldies. We have N9AMI and K6LK. Anybody else for the Swan Net, K6LGL?
W6YEC.
Hey, this is Cousin George, W6YEC. Good evening, George. Good to hear you. So what's the good word from San Diego? K6, little green light.
Just came down here to the shack, been watching the ball game, and it's a tough one. Unless I saw we were behind a little bit. Still got some innings left, so we'll see what happens before the evening's over. Anyway, haven't been around for a while, so nice to be out here tonight on the Swan Net. Hear you, John. Sounds very good. Fine on the recording. And Bill, sounds very nice on the, I think you're on the 175. So, Skip, you've got a big signal in here tonight. Yeah, predicting a little rain, not a lot. Sometime 1, 2 in the morning. And Becky picked up a big box with a couple doors on it. I think it might have been in a kitchen, I'm not sure. But anyway, I grabbed it from her and mounted it next to the garage. So I'm going to have a new place to be able to store some stuff under the eaves there and find a way to protect it a little bit. Anyway, good day today. Busy. Bunch of counseling, but I had a new ham come over this afternoon. He lives up the street, and no antennas or anything yet. He's got a rig in his car to listen, but technician, but interested in RF. He works for out there in Point Loma, the antenna group out there that does stuff for the government. Anyway, we had a nice chat this afternoon, and that's about it. I'm watching the ball game. So back to you there, Skip. K6LGL on the group. W6YEC.
Okay, George. Well, the Phillies are hanging in there, leading by 1 run. So we'll see what happens. You know, the Dodgers lost to our friends there in San Diego, so I hope that the Padres can pull it out. We'll see what happens, but the Phillies are playing a tough game there. All righty, fine on the other projects too. Anybody else for the Swan Net? This is Skip in Santa Monica, and we have N9AMI, K6LK, and W6YEC. Anybody else for the Swan Net, K6LGL? No signal through. So John, over to you, and pass it over to Bill, and then to George. So are you guys following the games there? Let's see who will end up in the series. K6LGL.
Okay, K6LGL, N9AMI, and the Swan Net. I just want to let you guys know I got a text from Kevin. He's on the road to Albuquerque. He's listening, so he's not going to be transmitting tonight, but he is listening, so probably a good night. We can talk about him, and he can't say anything. I'll probably get another text in a second from that. But anyways, he just wanted to let everybody know that, and he's definitely monitoring and rolling down the highway safely there. So what else? Well, good evening to you there, George. Good signal. Good signal. And okay on the gentleman stopping by there that's interested in radio and all that. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. I've got a neighbor for a couple of years. I've seen him on and off, and stopped me on the street and things like that when I'm walking the dog. Oh, interested in the radio and stuff. And finally got together with the guy earlier this year, and he wants to get his license and all that. A retired guy from actually your neck of the woods down there, George. And explained to him some things, and I actually gave him a bunch of radio gear, some 2-meter UHF HTs, a 2-meter rig that I had, and a power supply, and I think I even gave him an old CB and a CB antenna that I had too, and guy kind of disappeared. So, but it is what it is. So, no big deal. I wasn't going to use the stuff anyways, and at least maybe it'll go to somebody that might use it at some point anyhow. So, let's see. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, yeah, the Swan 350. Yeah, Bill, I removed that factory foobar modification this afternoon, and I had to be real careful because I don't know if that's unobtainium, that transistor or not. It probably is, and I didn't want to have to go looking for it, so I removed that extension board and the legs and desoldered everything and put it back in the board where it originally was at, and the first engineer set up for it and put it back on the air, and everything was fine, of course. So I'm still trying to hunt down why it's a little light on receive. I've been doing a lot of testing and with the meter testing resistors and crap like that. And the real odd thing is there's a 12BA6 in there. I didn't pull out. I've got the schematics on the computer, and I've got to print them out because I got to print out the manual and everything because I like to have it next to me. I guess I could bring my tablet out and look at it. But this one 12BA6 pin 5, it's got this green wire coming from it, and it wraps around the top of, there's like a little J, this other pot inside the radio, and it looks like maybe it broke off, but it doesn't look like it was soldered in there. I looked and said, well, maybe this is part of the problem. And so I actually tapped it on there real quick and soldered it, but it actually made the S meter not even deflect any, so I took that off of there. So I don't know what the heck that's all about. I'm going to have to hunt that down and see what's going on from that pin 5 and the schematic and all that. So it's a bit of a treasure hunt, as it usually is, so figure it out. But it's kind of fun to mess with it. It's not really any high-end rig, and we'll get it there. But so that's my 2 cents on the Swan 350. Having fun with it, and this XC, like you probably heard me earlier, 117XC, I'm recapping that. I'm not ordering one of these boards. I don't think it's needed. Put some new caps in the baby, and we'll call her good, and then I'll feel better about it. It's got everything original in it. So over to Bill, K6LK, my homeboy, and by that big lake out there, N9AMI.
WV6MWL.
Yeah, okay, Jay, great. I'll let Skip pick you up and turn it over to YEC next. Yeah, okay, John. I think that wire that you soldered was a gimmick. It could have been coming from the calibrator option that they put in there. And they were trying to couple the calibrator signal to the front end of the radio. But you might look into that. As far as that transistor goes with the extended leads, I thought about it a little bit, and I think what they could have done on that, and what they might have done on later radios, like the 500, was they put a ferrite bead on the collector lead. You might want to check that. If that is a 2N706, which they used a lot of in those days, I have a whole bag full of them. So you might want to check that to see what the number is. Anyway, over there to you, George, and good to hear you in there. Back from Cuba, you might want to interject a little bit about, the politics of how the people are doing down there. I know they're kind of looking to change their lives, maybe. I understand they take those old 50s type cars and they keep them going. They put VW engines in them and all kinds of stuff. So good for them. I guess they're real cowboys at heart. W6YEC, and with Jay joining in there. Hello to you, Jay. Like I said, Skip will probably pick you up. K6LK, over to you there, YEC.
Yeah, okay, Bill, real good. W6YEC, and I'll give it to Jay, and then he can give it back to Skip. We'll get him right into the rotation where he belongs. Anyway, hello, Jay. Good to hear you in there.
Yeah, a very nice signal. Excuse me.
Doing great. And, yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was a gimmick of some sort for something like, I guess you described the calibrator. So very good on that. And somehow, I don't know what happened. I guess you ended up with the 350 over there, Bill. So, what have you. Anyway, yeah, Cuba was a great trip. Safe was certainly up most important. And it was challenging, very challenging. The conditions over there are horrible. They've always been horrible, but they've gotten worse. And one city we went to, they hadn't had electricity for 4 days, you know, in the dark. And it makes it pretty rough. Water isn't good. And inflation, you know, prices, and they're in trouble in that area anyway. So it has been just really heartbreaking to know what people are going through and what they're having to deal with. But this trip was quite successful. We accomplished our purpose and plan, and we went to 5 cities, and wanted to spend the first day with the pastor and his family, get to know how they're doing and hear their story. And then that pastor's been building relationship with other pastors from different churches in the city, which I'd been encouraging for about 7 years. And so they really started doing it. And so the next day we spent time with these pastors we had never met before. And then we, after that, spent hours together. Then we went around to their different homes and spent personal time with they and their family. And also it was really good. We were traveling in a 53 Chevy, and I'd been in that car before. The pastor that owns the car was our driver for taking us from city to city, and it was quite challenging. 2 big guys in the back seat, and I'm in the middle, and that hump in the center there, transmission, or the drive shaft. Anyway, it was quite not comfortable. And some of our journey was 5-6 hours. So a little bit of soreness in the back, but we stretched it out and everything was okay. The car performed fine. And we had a Jeep with us as well, hauling all our luggage, and 2-seater. So a husband and wife, young couple. And one day he had to get gas for the Jeep, 9 hours. Took him 9 hours to get gas in the line. So that gives you a bit of an idea what's going on there. And we bought food and everything to help them and take care of us as well. And I think some of we got the report back that they had more food in one meal with us than they'd had in a week. That's pretty tough. So there you go, a lot of persecution, a lot of challenges. All right. Well, let's see here. We're running the Swan 500 here tonight, as usual on this net, Electro Voice 638. And picked up a new amplifier yesterday, new to me, an SB 230. Never had one before. The 8873 ceramic tube in there. It works nice. A friend, one of the hams in town that used to operate regularly on AM, I hadn't heard him for quite a while, but he's got a transfer and moving to Cincinnati, so he decided not to take his equipment with him. He's taking one piece, 746, but he's got a lot of gear there and trying to sell, so I went over there and looked at it, and I'll give him a call tomorrow. I think I'll just go over and give him, a fair price for all of it, and then I don't have to be running back and forth and trying to help him piece it out. I can just have it here and check it out. Got a TR4, very nice, with a remote VFO. Need to do a little work on it, but it doesn't look like it's really any big deal, so we'll get that. A Viking Ranger, already got somebody who wants it. And an R390A, if you know anybody that wants a very nice. R390A, that's going to be coming in. That was his main receiver for AM, and I checked it out. Sounded good. All the filters working and everything. Okay, enough of that. Let's move it over to Jay, and then Jay, give it back to Skip if you would. WB6MWL, W6YEC.
Yeah, okay. W6YEC, WB6MWL. Very good. Yeah, we're hearing everybody pretty good here. Let me turn the power up here a little bit. On the 600 twins, I haven't had them on for a while here, but let's see, we're putting out about 350 watts, something like that. Anyway, not too bad. And we got the Swan Digital DD76 hooked up to the receiver, and it says 3895, so hopefully that's accurate. And didn't get any rain here today, but it's been cloudy and cold all day. Well, actually colder this evening. Some areas got some rain, but we didn't get any here. And yeah, that Cuba sounds pretty bad. I know you reported on it there the other night too, some. And yeah, it sounds like those people are really struggling down there. So we'll have to see what happens with that. And, oh yeah, I heard you talking about that little box on the bottom of the Swan 350. They thought that was their drift problem originally on that radio, but that wasn't it. So they, I think they did that for, I don't know, 6 months or something. They put that transistor on the bottom there. I think it's 1966 model. Some of them had it. Maybe even into the 67s, I can't remember, but they decided that wasn't worth doing. Anyway, I'll turn it over to Skip, and we'll keep it moving. We're on the, I think I said that, we're on the 600 twins here. K6LGL, WB6MWL.
VWS. Okay, and there's Ron, KD6VWS. Welcome aboard to both of you. To you there, Jay, and to Ron. Let me write down this call. KD6VWS. Okay. K6LGL for the SwanNet. Okay, interesting transmissions and comments there. On that calibrator, yeah, they use sort of a gimmicky loose coupling, you know, without having to couple directly with a capacitor. So they use sort of wire. And it does work. It does work. Now, in the case of the transistor installation, that's something that, you know, I think they could avoid it by probably doing a little different layout there. But I guess it was one approach, and I don't think it solved the problem very well. Okay. Sounding good there on the 600 twins there, Jay, and so on. Let's turn it over to Ron before we go to the top of the list, and if we have it already, we heard checked in first of the order is N9AMI, followed by K6LK, then W6YEC, and then WB6MWL, and then KD6VWS. So there we go. So over to you there, Ron. What's new in Joshua Tree? K6LGL and the SwanNet. Okay, Skip, K6LGL in the Swan Group, KD6VWS, and I'm on the Swan 350C, and the usual antenna and the long wire. Copying everybody great. And hello, John and Bill and George and Jay. Yeah, well, I had a pretty tough time this afternoon. Stupid me. The wind was blowing like crazy, but I still decided to go for my Saturday excursions, and I went way out toward the Marine base. In fact, I even went on base territory, but was heading out to giant rock. But man, the wind was blowing, and I went about 15 miles, and wasn't too bad going. And I was keeping an eye on how much battery voltage I had. Looked good. So I kept going, and finally I got tired of churning in the soft sand, so turned around, come back. Well, come to find out, I was against the wind coming back, and I mean, it was hard controlling the bike. And I finally got a couple miles from home, and the battery finally ran down, so there you go. I had to start pushing that sucker. And man, it was trying to blow me over and fighting against the wind. And but luckily where I ran out, I had to push it about a quarter of a mile. It was a little bit uphill, and then there was a good downhill stretch, so I was able to coast down for about half a mile, and then I had to push it the rest of the way, and I just got home at 10 after 7, and I'm just now catching my breath from that one. I mean, that was wicked, man. Oh, and hello, Kevin. You're listening. Heading to Albuquerque. And so, I'll tell you, I got home, I was dizzy. I was hard to even walk after pushing that. It was just unbelievable. So I learned a lesson there for sure. And okay, George, on that trip to Cuba, yeah, boy, that sounds like you're having a tough time there. People are going to have to do something about that. Get rid of those idiots running the country. And copying everybody great. Skip, man, you're about 30 over. You're about as strong as I've ever seen you, and everybody else is right up there. So, well, that's my crying and sniveling for this go around. So I'll send it back up to you, Skip. K6LGL, K86VWS. Okay, you're long and clear here. Sounding good. I'm sorry about your rough trip with the wind and all. So, hey, hope you didn't get too cold and warm up and, fix yourself something nice and warm at home there. KD6VWS and the Swan at K6LGL. So, okay, glad to hear that. And Jay, sounding good as always. So, let's go back to the top and do one more round there, and then see if anybody else show up. Maybe Paul is somewhere in the background there, K2LMQ. But glad to hear, and George, I am familiar with the Cuban situation. It's a rough go for them. So, and one thing that's interesting that sort of interdenominational Christians seem to be coming together. That's a good idea. It's about time. And basically used to be a Catholic country, but I think they could use a lot of help. All right, enough of that. Back to the top. N9 AMI and the Swan Group, K6 little green light.
K6LGL and 9 AMI. Okay, well, kicked down the amplifier here for you guys anyways. And let's see, well, gosh darn, Ron, you come on here crying and stuff, I tell you. Yeah. I'm wondering if you can pedal that bike, but maybe it's in deep sand, so you're not pedaling nothing in deep sand, that's for sure. I'm wondering maybe, nice four-stroke Honda 450 might be better. But no, I get it. I'm teasing. Oh, well, that wind will do it to you, no doubt. It'll really suck down the battery when you got that kind of resistance, for sure. But sounds like you had quite the workout. I'm glad you made it back okay. And let's see, Jay's 600s twins sound really nice. I like them. Whenever you have those on, they sound nice. You got them fixed up nice, and they always do a nice job, and they're neat to operate. They kind of look neat too, so that's a lot of fun. And yeah, as far as the Cuba stuff, yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. I'm sure you did some good over there, George. So, and that SB230, that's a nice little amplifier, very quiet, 500 watts. And although you never want to have to replace that tube, of course, because it's unobtainium, and if it is, it's paying through the roof. You could probably buy 4 of those amplifiers for what they want for the tube, but as long as you treat it right, it's a nice amp. Matches the SB104 line real nice and other stuff, so it's cool. Nice little amplifier. And most of the time, all you need is 500 watts, so that's how that goes. But anyway, let's see, what else? Other comments? I guess that's it. Let's move it around here, and hopefully, I'm thinking, like the audio version of this, I'm hoping my voice comes through on this recording, but we'll see what happens. Otherwise, I'll have to do some editing, and you won't hear me at all, and I'll just edit it out. But we'll see what happens. Let's see. Over to Bill. K6LK and 9AMI.
Yeah, okay, John. I had to turn down my RF gain there, because you almost blew me out of the chair there when you turned on the amp. Anyway, N9AMI in the group, K6LK returning. I'm going to make this my 73 round and listen out here. Jay, yeah, those twins are doing okay for you. And George, there's a lot of complaints lately about the cost of gas in the U.S. A lot of that going around, and especially in California, where I saw $5.79 a gallon U.S. I just wondered. Of course, it's going to be an exchange rate down in Cuba, but if you wait 9 hours to get gas, that means you must really, really need it, and it must be in short supply also. So that's part of where I'm coming from. And Kevin, if you're on the road there, drive safe, and hope you get back soon. And I guess you're not on your remote. You were stronger when you were not on the remote. So that new software, I don't know what's going on with that, Kevin, and I don't think leaving that TL922 unattended would be such a great idea. You might come back home and not find your house there. Things do happen sometimes, and not in a good way. Anyway, George, over there to you, and I'll say my 73 and listen out here. W6YEC in the group, K6LK.
Okay, Bill, real good. W6YEC, everybody holding up very nicely. And good evening to you there, Rob. Nice to hear you. It's been a while. And okay on the biking there. Boy, you get out there regularly on that. That's pretty cool. And one of these days, I was thinking about it while I was in Cuba. I need to get back into a regimen, a little bit more of stretching and maybe doing some sit-ups, some push-ups. Get my bike out. I haven't been on my bike. I don't have a motor on it, but I haven't been on it for quite a while, and it really would be profitable to me to get on it and exercise the legs and what have you. So maybe I'll do that. I've got it parked in the garage there, and my truck blocks it, so I forget about it. But maybe even tomorrow I'll pull it out, and who knows? Go for a little bike ride. That'd be kind of fun. Oh man. Anyway, Jay, those twins sound awesome. Really loud signal, big signal and beautiful audio. So I'm glad you put those on this evening, that's for sure. Yeah, and okay on the amp. Yeah, that's one reason I would have I thought about not getting it because that tube is expensive, hard to come by. But in fact, I asked, do you have a spare tube? But I got the amp at a good price, and so you treat it right, it should give me good performance. Yeah, I didn't need another amp. I was trying to help him out, and then, like I said, I think I'll just pick it all up. And he's got a bunch of smaller gear, ICOM, Yasu, and let's see, some Malenko stuff, and 2-meter, an amplifier, 2-meter amplifiers, all kinds of stuff, a bunch of mics and what have you, and a bunch of tuners. He's got the MFJ 962B. He's got 2 of them, and all that stuff can be gotten rid of. It just takes a little time sometimes. So we'll see if we can help him out. He doesn't have to think about ham radio. He can think about what it's going to take to move and get his family to Cincinnati. So that's what's going on there. Well, the Padres are having a tough time, 10-6, and getting up there. I don't know if they're in the 8th inning. I can't see it from right here. So I'm going to make this my 73s as well. I'll listen through, and then I'm going to pop back up to the house. The son's over, and my daughter-in-law, and the little one, and they were watching the game. I took a break to come down here and say hi to you guys since I've been out of the loop for a while. Sounds like everybody's doing just fine. So with that, let me give it over to you, Jay, and then to Ron, and I'll just listen out, and then this will be my 73s. Thanks a lot. WB6 MWL. W6YEC.
Okay, George. W6YEC, WB6 MWL. Very good. Yeah, I forgot I didn't turn the game on, but I think I was thinking the Phillies were 2-1 in the standings. I think they won 2 games. The Padres only won 1. So I was hoping the Padres would come back maybe and tie it up, but we'll see what happens if it's the 8th inning. They're running out of time there. So very good. Yeah, I'll say hi to Kevin. I don't know. Maybe he's in Albuquerque by now. I don't know exactly how far he was going to go. I think he said they had something rented there in Albuquerque, I believe. So that's a pretty nice place. Been there before. So Ron, that wind can be bad out there. I was out there one time on that BSA I had, and man, the same thing happened to me. The wind was at my back going out, and man, coming back, I got buffeted by wind. And I mean, of course, motorcycle you can still keep going, but man, I'm telling you, I don't know how strong the wind was, but it was. I didn't have a windshield or a fairing or anything like that, so it was right in my. Luckily, had goggles on, but it was right in my face, so it'll really get you. Anyway, I'll keep it going here, and I guess it goes back to Skip here, I think. Or no, I guess it goes to Ron. I guess it goes around to Ron. I'm messed up on the order here. And 73s to you there, Bill. Good to hear you, too. KD6 VWS, WB6MWL.
Okay, Jay. WB6MWL in the group, KD6 VWS. And, that bike weighs over 100 pounds. And when the battery's dead, it's, it feels like 300 pounds. I learned my lesson on that one. I don't know what I was thinking, but I just love to ride. But, speaking of BSAs, that was my first motorcycle back in high school, a 650 BSA. And I've had another BSA, one that was chopped, and other bikes too. But, that was and that wind was about 50 miles an hour, and I'll tell you, like, riding slow was dangerous as heck because it kept blowing me out into the middle of the road. It's a 2-lane highway, and coming back, and so it was tough, and I'm getting too old to be going through that. That was I didn't know if I'd make it home. I kept thinking, well, maybe I'll just park this somewhere and go get my truck and see if I could get that thing up in the back of my truck, but I just kept on pushing and actually made it home. I'm surprised I'm sitting here, to be honest with you. It was ridiculous. Alrighty, well, I'll say my 73. I guess I've run out of things to talk about here, so I'll send it back up to you, Skip. K6LGL, KD6BWS.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad you made it home safe. That's the important thing. Well, you learn to pace yourself, as you get older. So sometimes you're amazed that in a sort of a situation like you were in, I'm glad you pushed it all the way home, because trying to go back to the truck and then loading it and bringing it back, that's an extra effort. KD6VWS and the Swan Net K6LGL. Okay, sounding good on those 600 series there. Jay and George, fine on the amplifier. Yeah, that's a rare tube. It's been out of production for many years. But as you say, if you baby it, perhaps if the price is right, you can utilize it. I have a 2-meter amplifier that I didn't quite finish, originally used on Motorola up in the, the commercial VHF band. And it's actually cooled using large transistor cases. And those tubes are hard to come by, but with properly coupled, to that, it works. It works fairly well. It puts out about 500-600 watts there. No problem. At right around 2200 or 2.2 kV or so, probably could run it at 2500 without hurting it. Alrighty. Well, interesting to hear, Kevin. Hopefully you're hearing the net. And that's our thoughts are with us. Hope you have a safe trip and arrive safely to your destination. And John, we'll try to listen and see the video when you finally will post it. Look forward to that. And I kind of was rooting for our local team, there in San Diego, but I have a feeling that the Phillies may get this one. But, as somebody said, it ain't over till it's over, so there's always hope. And good to hear from you also there, 73's the bill. And if anybody's got any comments there, final 73 round, we'll do a quick one there. In the meantime, those of you still want to catch the game, the Phillies versus the Padres there. I think in the last part of the top of the inning there. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not watching the game right now, so I may be out of phase there a little bit. So, let's do a quickie. John, over to you, and then over to George. I think Bill is masticating his dinner there, and we'll see you all next time and catch you in the next round. And now an AMI and the Swan Net, best of 73. So everybody, thank you for being there, and always good to hear all of you. Okay, 6 little green light.
Okay, Skip. Well, thanks for doing the net as usual. Always enjoy this one. And honestly, it's probably my favorite. This one and Wednesday night, probably my two favorites. So there you go. I should say Friday night. I get on with some guys on AM on Friday night too. That's a lot of fun also. So, but this is my favorite sideband net. How's that sound? But I will post this after we're done here. It'll take a while, but I will send a message on the swangroups.io so everybody knows it with a link, and you can grab it from there. It might not happen till late tonight or tomorrow morning because they'll have to convert it. YouTube's servers will convert it over and all that. So, but it'll be up there by tomorrow morning to view in high definition, and you can see what your signals are looking like on the rigs there. Okay, that's it. 73. Over to you, George, if you're still there. And 9 AMI.
Yeah, still listening. So we'll say 73s once again, everybody, and always enjoyable to be here. We certainly got enough. Thanks off recording. We'll let you hear that and check it out. Ron, I didn't comment on your battle with the wind, but glad you survived it and all of that. Boy, that could be a real problem. Anyway, everybody, have a good one. CJ 73 76.2.
Okay, KD6 VWS here. Yeah, good night, everybody, and yeah, we'll root for the Padres. I'll check that out. Forgot about the game, of course. Got home catching my breath. So now I think I'm pretty well recuperated. So I'll say my 73s and catch some of you Monday night. KD6 VWS.
Okay, 73 to all. Have a nice Sunday there that's coming up. And hey, everybody stay healthy and happy. K6 little green lights. Good night.